That lady looks so familiar. She looks like she was on our last shoot. Is she stalking us? No. She does. She looks like the lady from our last shoot right there that just walked out.
I think you think
that's
everyone
so
looks
weird.
familiar. You've seen just so many people that now
I
they're all
don't
starting
know.
to blend in.
Ooh, that's really weird. Are we rolling? So, in your experience at all these different national parks, you were telling us a story a little bit ago about having encountered wild creatures in your...
Oh, yes, it's part of working and living in a park. If you're out hiking for your job or even where we live, a lot of the national parks we live in, we actually live in the park because there's no community outside that has housing. So the Park Service actually provides the housing, and wildlife is everywhere. So, walking on the trail and having a big black bear pop down on the hill and walk on the trail in front of you for a short distance. I've had that happen out at Sequoia Kings Canyon. At the Grand Canyon, I had a very nosy elk, peek in my window while I was making dinner in the kitchen, and that was startling to look over and see this big antler sticking up right in the window.
He wanted to join you for dinner.
He did, and just any of the little things. We've got snakes around, and turtles in the turkeys. They're my favorite though around here. The turkeys are out and around the area. I know they seem like such a boring creature,
Yeah.
but they're just so fun to watch.
They are definitely unique looking.
Yes,
Yeah.
they get their tails up and they
Yeah.
strut around. I've always enjoyed the turkeys.
Now you have come full circle. So you're right now assistant manager and public information officer here at Mammoth Cave National Park, but this is kind of where you began.
It is.
Which is
I
cool.
grew up just north of here in southern Indiana, went to school at Western Kentucky University. I majored in recreation and minored in folk studies. And right after college, I got a job immediately up here at Mammoth Cave. So this was my first taste of the National Park Service, and I loved it. I had the best summer of my life. I was a cave guide. But after that season was done, I wasn't quite sure what to do. And I applied for other jobs in the National Park Service and luckily was accepted. So I moved around seasonally until I got a job in Sequoia Kings Canyon as a permanent position there. I actually started in the mailroom.
That's like one of those made-up stories,
It is,
right?
yeah.
I started in the mailroom.
I started in the mailroom, and from there just kind of worked and gained experience, and I've gotten to work at Sequoia Kings Canyon, the Flagstaff area monuments, which most people don't know about. There are 3 little monuments, the Grand Canyon, Great Smoky Mountains, and then I got to come right back here to Mammoth Cave, which was nice to come home again, where I'm familiar and with family close by and just people that I'm kind of familiar with.
No kidding. So what's something that someone would want to know about Mammoth Cave National Park? It's really big. It is the longest cave system.
It is the longest cave.
The
World.
World.
Yeah, we're the longest cave system in the world.
How long is long?
We are currently at 412 miles. They're actively finding more cave though. It is maps. We have great groups of volunteers. The Cave Research Foundation comes in on holidays and they map new sections of cave and add more to it every year. So we're increasing. There's no end in sight at this point. So we are still the longest cave. When the cave was first discovered and named, and even when we first became a national park in 1941, we weren't the longest cave. We were just known as a wonderful karst and cave environment, and protecting the area around here in South Central Kentucky, the surface areas. And it wasn't until later when they made some connections to the different ridges of this area, cave connections, that we became the longest cave.
And like you say, it's organic. It's when you go inside there, it's ever changing. Even though some of the areas people are not allowed to go into, right?
Yes.
For fear they'll disturb some of it.
It is. Well, we have many miles of the cave that are open for the public to explore, and you get to see a variety of cave. You see the big open passages. You see those flowstone formations, the stalactites and stalactites that everyone likes to see.
On the ceiling, yes.
Yeah, now Mammoth Cave isn't known for those that much. We have them, but our cave is very open and dry. That means it's kind of a living cave. It's not closing in on itself. And we've got a really good roof. We've got sandstone that covers our limestone, and that keeps the water out. So it keeps our cave fairly stable. But there's a lot of miles that are open to the public. There's a lot that aren't, that are open for research only, or for, and that's for animals. It's for the cave environment itself and the health of the cave that we have that. And I don't think there's any way we could show everybody everything.
No, but it is an experience. No,
it is.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, you said caving, not spelunking. What's the
Yes.
difference?
Most people that go caving call it caving. They don't call it spelunking.
Okay. Okay, but we are at Spelunker's Café
We are.
in Mammoth Cave National Park in the lodge area here. And we're talking with Molly Schroer, who is the assistant manager here at Mammoth Cave National Park. Thanks for joining us on Coffee Near Me.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you.